Hey guys, Sage Spartan here with a Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck profile. Today we have something different from the current meta. This is from the April 2005 meta, which is known as the GOAT Control format. This is my GOAT Control deck. Pretty much during that time, there was a combo, Scapegoat, Metamorphosis, and 2000 Knights Restrict. And pretty much you just control the field that way, with Tsukuyomi doing things to put your 1000 Knights Restrict face down, allowing you to attack with your monsters, and continuously keep doing that little combo. It was very skill-intensive format. Unfortunately, I didn't get to play during that time as I quit at Flaming Eternity, which the format when Cybernetic Revolution came out, I believe. That was the next set with Cyber Dragons. That's when the GOAT Control format started. So yeah, here's my deck profile for it, and here we go. First off, we have Blackluster Soldier, Envoy the Beginning. He's pretty much one of the main finishers, the main boss monsters of the deck. Most of the monsters in the deck are light or dark, so to purposely get him out on the field. So you should know what he does, but move a light or dark from the graveyard to summon him. He could target one monster on the field and banish it, or he could attack twice. So yeah, attack monster in battle your opponent's monster. So next we have Exarian Universe. There's a lot of formats of the GOAT Control where they don't allow this card to be played, as it was a promo during that time in a tin, I believe. But with the friends that I play with, they do allow it to be played. So right now I only have one. It's 1800 attack, 1900 defense, which are good stats for level 4. And during your battle step, if he attacks a defense position monster, you could lose 400 attack, but it does piercing damage. So with GOAT Control being kind of it's the format where Scapegoat is really big, pretty much 1400 damage through almost every time. So I want to bump him up to 2, which we'll get to another card later on the light side, and he will definitely go up to 2. But right now, just 1. Breaker, Magical Warrior, just always good. Dark monster. When he's normal summoned, he put a spell counter on him. You can only have 1, and he gains 300 attack for each spell counter on him, and you can remove it to MST something. He's 1600, so becomes a 19, which is pretty much the biggest stat you can get for a level 4 monster. But he's Breaker. He's always been good when he ever since he came on Magician's Force. So we got the infamous Sangan, just one of, goes to the field to the graveyard. You get to select a monster with 1500 attack or less from the deck, show it and show it to your opponent, add it to your hand. He pretty much gets out every tech card somewhat. A lot of the tech cards do have low attack, so he just gets them. He's also a dark monster to get Blackluster Soldier out. So only one of him, because that's all they allow. We got Tsukuyomi, spirit monster, so it returns back to your hand at the end of the turn, but it is a Book of Moon on a stick, pretty much. 1100 attack, which is searchable by Sangan, and it is pretty much one of your primary combo pieces if you want to do the 1000 Knights Restrict, flipping back and forth to control the field. But Tsukuyomi was really good. Just put Jinzo or something face down and just run over it with another monster or something. So really good. One of. This is my tech choice tech card for the dark monsters. It is Don Zalug. 1400 attack, 1500 defense. Not that great of stats, I would say, but his effects are really good. So if you inflict battle damage to your opponent, you get to choose one of these effects, discard a random card from the hand, or send the top 2 cards of their deck to the graveyard, which is really, really good in this format, unless they're running Sister Serpent as well. Then obviously you just mill 1 card, or they just, hopefully you don't hit it while they discard a card. But just a really good card, searchable by Sangan, and it's a dark monster, so it's really really important. And for the last of the dark monsters, Jinzo negates traps. You all should know what he does. He's one of the 2 tribute monsters I have in the deck. So, but he's probably the best one. So, 1 Jinzo. For the light monsters here, we got Blade Knight. If you have 1 or less cards in the hand, he gets 400 attack, so he becomes a 2000 beater. And if you control another monster besides him, obviously, you negate the effects of flip monster effects destroyed in battle with this card. So he negates Magician of the Fates primarily. I know there's Gravekeeper Spy. That's another one that people run with a different variant, but yeah. Just one of don't like to see him too often. Azure Priest. It is a spirit monster as well, just like Tsukiyomi, but it can attack every monster in your opponent's field once. So, with Scapegoat being a big card, you just run over every Scapegoat and foil their plan. So, just one of. There's light coming here. DD Warrior Lady. After battle damage calculation, you could remove this and the monster. So primarily you get rid of Sangan. That's the big card, or just Kamikaze with something that's really annoying, like Blackluster Soldier, Jinzo, or any other problem cards that your opponent has. So run a one of here. Then we got Skilled White Magician. This is the card I will replace with the Xarian Universe. I just have it for the stats here: 1700 attack, 1900 defense, and it is a light monster. Like I said, Xarian Universe will replace this as it's a better beater, but just have it here for the stats and the light for now. Next we have 2 Magician of Faith. It's a flip monster. Once it flips, you get a magic card back from your graveyard to your hand. Simple as that. Run 2, it's a light, and you get back any of your useful magic cards, or spell cards, whatever you want to call them. Last for the light is Air Knight Parashaft, the second tribute monster in the deck. And the only thing I don't like about the card is the attack. It's 1900 attack. It's not great like Jinzo, like 2400, which is awesome, but its effects are really good. So it does piercing damage when attacking a defense position monster, and whenever it does battle damage to your opponent, you draw a card. So I like it for the card draw, and the stats are the only thing that bothers me. But other than that, it's really good. If I would replace this, I'd probably replace it with a Vampire Lord, as it's a very controlling card. You name something, they remove it from the deck, and yeah. But Air Knight Parashaft is very good. Now for the kind of techie cards, or something, the cards that aren't light or dark, it is Sinister Serpent. Goes really good with a lot of the magic cards and that go in the deck, and it's constant. If they try to remove cards with Delinquent Duo, they will, if they hit this, then it's a good thing for you. Just one there. Infecting Virus. Discard a card, name a type of monster, and all face-up monsters of that are gone. So, especially with Scapegoats, gets rid of them in one big swing. Annoying creatures like Jinzo or Blackluster Soldier, things like that. So it's a really good card to get rid of annoying things, especially with Sinister Serpent. Next we have DD Assailant. Whenever he's destroyed by battle with an opponent's monster, you banish that monster and discard. I did have Spirit Reaper in this to be more defensive, but he just has a better attack, obviously, and he gets rid of annoying things as well. So he get rid of his Sangan if, well, not really, but he get rid of a lot of things like Blackluster Soldier or Jinzo. Those are the big primary things you should worry about. So, alright, just one of him. And for the last card, last monster, I should say, is Exiled Force. This is my personal choice for a tech card. A lot of people don't use this card, but I always liked it since it came out. You contribute it to destroy one monster from the field. It's pretty much a 1-for-1, and it gets rid of a lot of stuff. A lot of people don't expect it, because no one really runs it. So just one Exiled Force. It is searchable by Sangan as well. So that is 18 monsters. So we're getting to the magic spell cards here. This is, I believe there's 15. So we got the kind of random ones first. So we got Delinquent Duo, pretty much a staple in the Go Control. It's the only hand manipulation card that you get. You pay 1,000, you randomly stick the card out of their hand, they discard it, then they have to discard another card. So hopefully they don't have a Sinister Serpent in their hand, and the life, and paying 1,000 life isn't that much. It's just another resource to use. So especially if you do Delinquent Duo, turn 1, put down a Magician of Faith, they let the Magician of Faith live for some whatever reason, or they attack it, and you can get this back and rip their hand to shreds, which is really awesome to do. So, can only have one of those. Premature Burial. This is the monster reborn in the deck. Get back practically anything except the spirit monsters. And yeah, it just gets back any resourceful card you may want. So, one of those. Here's the spell destruction back row killers here. During this time, Mystical Space Typhoon was put to 1. We now have like Twin Twisters and MSTs up to 3 and other different cards to take out back rows. So it's kind of crazy just playing with one MST, but you got to play it. It's MST. Heavy Storm was legal back in the day, and you run this because what I found out about the format is it's really skill intensive the way you play your back row. So you don't want to put multiple cards in the back row and all of a sudden get blown out by Heavy Storm. So Heavy Storm is really good, and if your opponent misplays and just puts a bunch of back row, Ring Destructions, Mirror Forces, all that other stuff, you could blow them out with this card and they lose a lot of advantage. So next here is Book of Moon. I think you can run more than one, but I only choose to run one. It's just really good. Put a Jinzo face down, anything that's annoying, and run over it. Or just, you could do some shenanigans with Thousand Eyes District too on your side. So we got Snatch Steal. It is Snatch Steal. If you played recently, it was allowed in a format. For one format, then it got banned automatically. Again, it's just too good of a card. It's the Change of Heart with a little backfire with the 1,000 life point gain, but it really doesn't matter if you're OTKing your opponent. So, just one. We got a Lightning Vortex. It's good with Sinister Serpent. Only destroys face-down monsters, but this is a good way to clear the field, as not that many people play stuff in face-down. They're usually just trying to go in because they know what's in everybody's deck in this format. So, Lightning Vortex here. 2 Noblemen and Crossout. Gets rid of Magician's Faith, just annoying face-down creatures. You could Book of Moon, then Nobleman something. So, especially Sinister Serpent, if you get rid of it with a Nobleman, then you're in the clear. So, 2 of those. And here's for the draw cards. Graceful Charity, always been good, especially with Sinister Serpent. Pretty much get a +1. So, and Pot of Greed, the best draw card in the game, and look at that face. So, draw 2 cards. And for pretty much the main reason why you play Go Control is Metamorphosis with Scapegoat. This allows you to tribute a Scapegoat token to get 1,000 Eyes Restrict. So I just run 2 and 2. I feel that 3 is a little excessive, especially for Metamorphosis, where it could be a dead draw at times. So here are our traps, and I believe it's only 7 traps. So it rounds out the deck at 40. Call the Haunted. It's like Premature Burial. You get anything you want back except for Spirit Monsters and stuff. So, turn to Tribute. They play Scapegoats or annoying creatures besides Jinzo. You wipe out their field, and yours if you have anything. Ring of Destruction. It's Ring of Destruction without the errata, so it's really good. Mirror Force always been good since it came out. You can only have 1, so you run 1. And last to round out the traps here is Sakuretsu Armor. It's pretty much a 1-for-1. They attack, you flip it face up, and their monster gets destroyed. So 3 of those, and we have our extra deck. We have tokens, of course. 2,000 Eyes Restrict. The reason why you play Metamorphosis and Scapegoat. So you run 2 of those. So that is my Go Control deck here. Like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you think about it. Let me know if you play the Go Control format and what tech choices you chose and what would you change about the deck. I'm always open to suggestions. I do want to kind of tune this deck. I know there's some cards that are kind of iffy and I might want to change. So like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Later.